At Ludlow as we head back to Wincanton for their penultimate race at 3:35. First Sharmhill is out. There's a field of 8 for this novice handicapped chase. Let's have a look at the betting. Cracking Destiny's your 7-4 favourite here for Ian Williams and Tom O'Brien. Only got 10 stone 5 on his back as we head back to Rachel. He's been doing some sterling work on track for us this afternoon.
Thank you, Niall. Cracking Destiny, 13-8, the favourite indeed. For Ian Williams, a horse who's due to go up a few pounds, but a likeable start to his chasing career. Didn't jump too badly, apart from belting the first.
It's a nice way of putting it. I'd become the owner's racing manager with that line, I think. It looked like he was going to be never involved at Bangor, having walloped the first, and then he just sized through the field, got to the front on the bridle, coming to 2 out, and then when he was challenged after the last, he waved the other horse by. I mean, it was dreadful, really. I mean, he had the race one hands down, and he managed to pluck defeat out of it. I assume that they'll probably try and hold on to him for a bit longer today. I mean, he's got more than enough ability to win this, but he does come with a huge question mark.
Risks attached, and looking to Jouet Brellian for Rebecca Curtis, hasn't really had a good run of things. Slipped up and then I think struck into, so there's excuses.
Yeah, that perhaps being struck into caused him to jump out to the left at Taunton. At least I hope so, because it won't do him any good round here either if he does that. He's good enough if he gets it all together. And there's an if with that as well. Bryony
Frost looking for a double. She'll be riding for Rebecca Curtis. The 7 is Skellig Rocks. He was a little bit surprised to see as short as this. 0 from 21. Struggled for a win for Arthur Moore in Ireland.
Yes, I know. There's been a sort of like a persistent little bit of money for this. Didn't run too badly here a couple of months ago, but you wouldn't put any stronger than that.
Primal Focus represents Christian Williams, another horse struggling to get the head in front, still a maiden after 8 goes. He's been gelded since his last run.
Yeah, he's been gelded, and it's his chasing debut, and the yard is in form. And I mean, the run at Taunton wasn't bad last time, and there's definitely been promise over hurdles. Air Navigator, I thought, was possibly the one who's overpriced. He didn't get involved at Exeter last time, but he wasn't beaten that far. He's a huge horse, so a big weight is no problem. And this is a definite drop in class for him. If he can just get into the rhythm, he might do a lot better.
And he was good enough to win on debut, actually, over fences at Foss Lass on his penultimate run. At ground, I thought might be a little bit of a worry with Air Navigator, but we'll see. It's a competitive affair. Let's get across once again and join Richard Hoyles.
Runners being called in. Entrance to the back straight is the starting point. And the runners moving forward. Air Navigator wants to go a little bit faster. His rider's prepared to let him at the moment, but away they go, and Air Navigator is the quickest into stride with Skellig Rocks as we head towards the first of the 17 fences they'll take during the course of their journey. Little group arriving at the first with Skellig Rocks picking up in front. Can You Ring Me Back? Towards the inside is All Kings, and the outside Air Navigator. They are the first quartet, show a couple of lengths in advance of Joa Brasilia. Then towards the outside is Balabour. Primal Focus held up early on in company with Cracking Destiny, as that was the first open ditch. That rear 2 about 3 to 4 lengths behind the other 6 as we head on towards the third. All Kings, Skellig Rocks, and Can You Ring Me Back? Air Navigator also safely over that as well. 4th place belongs to Air Navigator on the outside, then the inside Joa Brasilia ahead of Balabour. Primal Focus as they reach the second of the ditches. And at the back of the pack is Cracking Destiny. So All Kings, by virtue of some solid jumping, has put himself at the head of affairs as they prepare to leave the back straight, with Can You Ring Me Back in second. Air Navigator round the outside of Skellig Rocks, 3rd and 4th, with Balabour in 5th place. Racing in 6th is Joa Brasilia, head of Primal Focus, and Cracking Destiny held up, given time to find his stride by Tom O'Brien as we head down the side. And out in front, Can You Ring Me Back and All Kings ahead of Air Navigator. Skellig Rocks just pushed along to hold the position in 4th. Slightly ungainly head carriage ahead of Balabour in 5th. 6th for Joa Brasilia, and then behind these Primal Focus. Cracking Destiny is at the back of the pack. So racing up the home straight. All Kings away to the left-hand side in the white and blue colours. The two-tone blue for Can You Ring Me Back and the checks of Air Navigator. Skellig Rocks and Balibour are the next two to rise. Balibour brushed through the top of it. Joa Brasilia is in sixth ahead of Primal Focus, and Cracking Destiny still under restraint at the back of the field. Working their way up the home straight, Can You Ring Me Back with All Kings and Air Navigator. Three of them take it together. Ahead of Balibour on the outside of Skellig Rocks. Joa Brasilia a couple of lengths away. And still Primal Focus and Cracking Destiny are the last two. So the leaders reach the fence and the circuit's time will be the last. And over in the lead, All Kings on the inside disputes the running with Can You Ring Me Back. Just a length to Air Navigator in third. Skellig Rocks in fourth place in black and yellow, ahead of Balibour in the purple. A couple of lengths to Joa Brasilia, green jacket, yellow sleeves. Primal Focus in red and black. And still at the back in the black and pink is Cracking Destiny as we work towards the water jump on the side of the course. All Kings and Can You Ring Me Back, Air Navigator, Skellig Rocks and Balibour. Only about 3 lengths would cover the front 5 as we reach the fence, moving away from the enclosures. Over in 6th, Primal Focus, passing or joining Joa Brasilia. And still at the back, Cracking Destiny. Still travelling well enough, Cracking Destiny hasn't yet been asked to improve. So All Kings leads Can You Ring Me Back. Air Navigator, Balibour on the outside of Skellig Rocks as they reach the first in the back straight. Skellig Rocks into the bottom of it slightly, loses a length. In 6th is Primal Focus. Cracking Destiny's relegated Joa Brasilian to be last and is being ridden along. Front group of 4, All Kings, Can You Ring Me Back, Air Navigator and Balibour. For the time being, they've just dropped Skellig Rocks, who's a further couple away. Behind these, Primal Focus and Cracking Destiny getting closer as they race towards another plain one. Joa Brasilia is losing touch with every stride. So All Kings out in front over this with Can You Ring Me Back and Air Navigator. Balibour all the time Cracking Destiny is creeping closer. Primal Focus, reminder for Skellig Rocks, who is on the retreat. And Joa Brasilian is about to be pulled up at the back of the field. That's the final open ditch. Can You Ring Me Back gave All Kings a broadside. Air Navigator in 3rd place. Balibour 4th. All the time Cracking Destiny and Primal Focus have towed themselves into contention. They're in 5th and 6th as we turn down the side of the racecourse. Out in front, All Kings. From Can You Ring Me Back, Air Navigator towards the outside for Kieran Gethings. Cracking Destiny into 4th, still travels well. Balibour still there as we reach the cross fence with Primal Focus. Taking that cross fence, Balibour makes a mistake. All Kings, Air Navigator, Can You Ring Me Back, ridden along between the pair, rather getting in the way of Primal Focus, and Cracking Destiny round the outside softly for Tom O'Brien, creeping into contention. Up the home straight we head. Air Navigator on the outside of All Kings, and now Air Navigator with Cracking Destiny coming there very strongly. Take the first up the home straight. Air Navigator, Cracking Destiny jumps alongside, yet to be asked. Primal Focus joining All Kings for 3rd. Air Navigator set alight on the run down towards the second last, trying to get any crack in the armour of Cracking Destiny. In 3rd is Primal Focus. Air Navigator is over 2 from the finish now. Cracking Destiny is asked to go and win the race and moves narrowly, well only narrowly to the front, has a little wobble as well. This is at the last. Cracking Destiny just in front from Air Navigator. Cracking Destiny off up the run-in, leads by half a length from Air Navigator. It's now a length. Air Navigator not going down without a fight, but Cracking Destiny, well-timed challenge by Tom O'Brien, will prevail. Cracking Destiny beat Air Navigator. Primal Focus was 3rd, All Kings 4th, and then Can You Ring Me Back in 5th. Looks as if he may well be the last to finish, the others being pulled up.
Yeah, Cracking Destiny wins. Tom O'Brien, who's on the floor in our feature race, back on board the 7-4 favourite winner, trained by Ian Williams.